Okay, one like. It's her. One like. It's her. One like. Anyone want to take any bets? Who liked it? She likes all her own stuff. Hello, Barbies, Kens, theys, and thems. Welcome to Nicole Reacts, a show in which I, Nicole, react to online marketing gurus that I find, that other people help me find, and even occasionally who find me on the internet. My qualifications for marketing, snark, and commentary are that I've owned a marketing company for the last 17 years. In that time, having worked with hundreds of clients on marketing strategy and implementation. You may notice that my name has changed. I'm in the process of a little bit of a rebrand. I'm going to keep the lady typing logo that you're familiar with, but I'm going to be reworking like the colors and the fonts and stuff like that a little bit. So I have not settled on the final brand yet. And maybe it would be best to talk about that when all of the dust is officially settled. But there will be a live stream. I think Jim Root is the one who commented on the poll that I posted on the YouTube community page. That would be a good live stream because it would be kind of interactive. And I agree. So that is incoming, but there are still a few details kind of settling in. So I'm going to record this video first. Now I've rebranded, and so has today's guest, Bethany Beal. You may remember when I covered her when she was selling high ticket online courses. And just for fun, let's revisit what she said. I'm going to play a clip of that video where I look at her claim and I do some math, and then we're going to come back. So over the past 6 weeks, I've made over $14,000 from my online courses. Imagine having the ability or skills to create/sell online courses as extra income. So is it extra income, or is it that you're replacing your 9 to 5 salary so you can stay home with your kids? Like, is it extra or isn't it? This is like where the MLM territory comes in of like, oh, well, you can make a couple of $100s a month, or you can make, a full-time income. And it's like, no, it's a pretty big range between $200 a month and my full-time income. You know what I mean? I can show you step by step how to make money from your online courses, your reality too. Ugh. All right. So keep that number of 14,000 in 6 weeks. Keep that in your mind. I want to show you something else.
I am freaking out, y'all. I started this account on June 4th, and I have been growing it from zero and had literally no products, nothing until 4 days ago. 4 days ago, I launched my online course, Master Training, basically teaching you everything I've learned over the years about launching courses and making money. I mean, this is where we are, and we are only 4 days in. We still have 3 days to go.
Okay, so this math is super depressing, but let's do it anyway. So $14,000 over 6 weeks, but $6,000 the first 4 days. So that means the first 4 days she made $6,300. Okay. And then the next 5 weeks and 4 days. Okay. So the next 5.5 weeks, she made $7,700. Okay. For a total of $14,000. Now that you've heard kind of the amount of money, and she says, I made $14,000 over 6 weeks, what she's glossing over is that she spent time making that course, right? Like that time was unpaid. We have to include, if we're talking about a course, the time from when you start making the course to, the end of you being done selling the course, right? Because making the course takes the most time. Selling it, is part of it, but it's not the bulk of the work. The bulk of the work is making the course. So what I want to do is I want to rewatch this video and keep the timeline in mind for when she says she started the Instagram account, which is to say she started working on the course, to when she launched the course, because we're going to count that time in that $14,000 income after this.
I am freaking out, y'all. I started this account on June 4th, and I have been growing it from zero and had literally no products, nothing until 4 days ago. 4 days ago, I launched my online course, Master Training, basically teaching you everything I've learned over the years about launching courses and making money. I mean, this is where we are, and we are only 4 days in. We still have 3 days to go. It's insane to me. Like, anyone can do this. I'm not special. You can do this. So if you want to make this your reality, where you literally create a product from nothing and can get these kinds of numbers within your very first few days of launch, DM me. I'm ready, and I'm going to send you my free masterclass to help you get started. I'm just so excited. I am freaking out, y'all.
All right. So she just gave us a timeline. She didn't realize it, but she did. And I'm going to do some very depressing math with you here. So prepare your hearts. Now, she posted this 9 weeks ago. So I'm recording this January 16. Happy Martin Luther King Day, everybody. And so 9 weeks ago was November 14. Okay. So she started June 4th and she worked until mid-November when she launched. Okay. So June, July, August, September, October. And we can even say half of November, but let's just say 5 months, okay? And then it's been launched for 9 weeks. So let's call that 2 more months, right? Even though like it's almost a total of 8 months when we add in that half of November and we add in that extra week, but let's be super generous here and say 7 months. So 5 months developing the course content and 2 months like launching and promoting it, okay? So she made $14,000 over 7 months. $14,000 divided by 7 months. We could divide it by 8 if we wanted to, right? Like, because I'm being super generous here. But this is how much money is being brought in a month. Now, let's say you worked at McDonald's for $15 an hour, 40 hours a week, 4 weeks a month. That's how much money you would make. So yeah, it's really misleading when you say that you made $14,000 in 6 weeks and you completely discount the 5 months that you spent building up the social media account, creating free lead magnets, working on the course modules, editing the course modules, all of that, right? Anyway, okay, so that was a long clip from past Nicole, but I think it's important because as we look at her content today, I am betting that she's still making income claims. And I'm wondering how much revision of the history is going to be made. I was going through my Dropbox folder the other day. I like to periodically clean stuff out. And I found the Bethany Beal folder and I was really close to deleting it, but I was like, not yet. I think she's coming back. And then she did. So if I somehow manifested this, I am so sorry. I made 2 previous videos about Bethany Beal. This is my 3rd one. I'll link the other 2 below in case you're interested, but I feel like I have always been fair to Bethany. I am going to talk about things like income claims and whether they can be substantiated or not, whether they're realistic or not. I'm going to talk about the Instagram advice that she is giving. And I'm only going to talk about her personal life as far as she brings it into her own marketing. And that's it. I try to be on topic and not do ad hominem or personal attacks when I make videos. I know it means that my audience grows a lot slower because I'm not being like, I think particularly mean or catty or anything, but I am talking about a public figure that's talking about social media because I have been in social media marketing for 20 years. I've been working with clients for 17 years, hundreds of them. So I have experience giving people social media advice and executing social media campaigns. So I do know a fair bit about this topic. I will say from a personal standpoint, I think that this pivot by Bethany is really interesting, mainly the timing of it. I would say becoming an Instagram consultant at the beginning of 2025 is the professional equivalent of you becoming a ship's captain the week after the Titanic sinks. You know what I mean? Like the ship is going down. Instagram in particular, people are mass leaving the platform. Other users are just getting their accounts randomly suspended for no reason. I'm seeing like an uptick in mentions of that online. Certain content is being censored. Like, if you tried to look up banned books a couple of weeks ago and you were in the US, you didn't see any content related to banned books, which is really weird. People are seeing like not safe for work kind of content. Like just the other day, I was looking at a trending audio and I was looking for examples because I have a trending video service and I saw 2 sets of nibbles and 1 full labia. I'm not even kidding you. People are like, "Oh, it's your algorithm." I'm like, "No, I was under a trending audio. So if you're gonna let 14-year-olds make accounts on this platform, like I shouldn't be able to randomly stumble across that. I'm on there as a business account. Like, why am I seeing this?" All right, so right now we're gonna look at Bethy Social Media, which is her new brand. We're gonna see how it's different than maybe what she was saying before. And the 2 things we're gonna check are the Instagram advice or the marketing advice she's giving, which I feel very comfortable to comment on, and we're gonna check her income claims. I have screenshots I have video recordings. I have all my downloaded reels from my previous 2 videos that we can reference if need be. So without further ado, let's take a look. Here's Bethy's social media, and I use keywords everywhere, so that's what that thing is loading at the middle of the screen that maybe you don't see when you go on it. And as you can see, it analyzed her last 11 posts, 2 likes per post and 0.09% engagement. And you know what? Just to be fair, I'm going to use one of my credits to analyze more of her posts. I'll let it load. Okay, it's the same after twice as many posts. But anyway, so let's take a look at her bio. Teaching you how to make money on Instagram. 3,700 digital products sold. Make your first 1K posting to Instagram. So I just wrote down that 3,700 units sold so that we can maybe get some other numbers later and do some math. But I feel like the other day when I was looking at this, she had mentioned 6 figures somewhere, but it doesn't seem to be in her bio. So we can't confirm or deny that. So we're just going to keep an eye out for it. Start here, right? Might as well start where she says, this is the best way to make those consistent sales. Let me teach you step by step. Instagram growth and sales. So she is selling, it looks like a course about how to grow and sell on Instagram for $99. Okay. All right, let's look at the next thing. You can only spin your wheels for so long before giving up. How can I gain more followers? How can I grow my Instagram and start making money? Will I ever make consistent sales? And there's a missing quotation there. I spent the last several years figuring this out so you don't have to. No more guessing, no more trying to figure it out. You want to grow on social media and start making money on autopilot. That's exactly what this 3-part training will do for you. Sales during the day. I don't know what sales during the day means. Obviously, the way this is formatted is driving me crazy because it doesn't seem like consistent font sizes. These numbers are weird. Let's talk about it. So first of all, the top 2 numbers, it's just a weird way to write 3.06K. So is that like $3,060? It's just a weird way to write currency. Now, obviously, $465.54 and $621.44, those at least seem like real. But this whole K thing without, the decimals and stuff seems like an odd way to put it. Also, the fact that the numbers are like this, 27 cents, 54 cents, 44 cents, it leads me to believe that she's selling products that have either tax associated with them or have different price points. You know what I mean? So as you added them up, there would be some change at the end. But most digital products you don't have to charge tax on. So, like, I guess what I'm saying is these numbers don't make sense on several levels. And on to the next thing. The name's blocked out. That's fine. That was amazing. And thank you so much for doing that. I was very helpful. And I am looking forward to putting a lot of what you said into practice. You answered so many of my questions in such a helpful way. So I like that there's a grammatical error in the testimonial. Makes me wonder, in case you're wondering what I'm talking about. Bethany makes a lot of grammatical errors. And listen, I'm not saying you have to have perfect grammar. I literally was a copy editor at a newspaper. So like, I get that I am picking up a lot more errors than the average person probably. But at the same time, there's a Grammarly extension for your computer. Like if you're making multiple 6 figures, you can probably hire someone to copy edit your stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like if grammar is a weak point for you, there are various ways that you can sort of fix that if you want to. But the fact that her testimonial has a grammar error in it, spelling error, it makes me wonder who wrote it, if you know what I mean. All right. So underneath that, it says a 3-part training that will teach you. Part 1, hit 1,000 followers, 1.5-hour pre-recorded for anyone hoping to grow on Instagram. How to customize your profile and bio to bring in followers. I love that people think that you can write 3 sentences on your bio and that is going to make some huge difference. I'm not saying it won't help. I'm saying it's not going to bring in followers, all caps. How to create reels that convert to followers. How to write captions that people want to read. The winning mindset you need in order to hit 100,000 followers and beyond. How to automate sales with reels. Bonus. The training will end with a Q&A customized for you. If it's pre-recorded, how can the Q&A be customized for me? I mean, if you let me submit questions, I would get that. But anyway, all right, let's see what parts 2 and 3 of this training are going to be. Maybe there'll be another testimonial too. Okay, part 2, Elevate Instagram, a 31-day guided Reels challenge. This 1-month challenge will change the way you post Reels. No more feeling lost and confused as to what to post. Learn how to post Reels that people want to watch. 31 days of killer Reels prompts, captions, direction, so people want to read. Okay, that's like a weird sentence. Part 3, Digital Product Creator Guide, 45 pages. My process for making 6+ figures. 6+ figures, so over $100,000. Okay, I was like, I knew I saw 6 figures somewhere. A step-by-step guide to show you exactly how I make my digital product. Ones I have made me over $100,000 this past year. How to come up with a viral product idea and the easiest way to design your product. No design experience needed. Design your product. So I'm guessing this would be like an ebook or something. Okay, so here's another testimonial. I followed the digital product creator guide and created my very own ebook. And in the first month of selling it, I made over $4,000. The 2 like ghost surprise emojis and then a mind blown emoji. Absolutely shocking. Thank you so much for helping me create passive income. Never in a million years did I think I could make something that people would want to buy. It's the most amazing feeling ever to see the emails come in with orders for a product you created. Your guide is amazing, and I'm excited to create more products in the future. And then she has this area of testimonies. I don't know, is that a word? The word testimonies is interesting because I guess you can use it as a testimonial. I just never heard that before, but it is also a statement given by a witness or a public declaration of a religious experience. So it's interesting that she uses the word testimonies instead of testimonials, but okay, let's take a look at them anyway. Okay, we just read this one about making $4,000. This is the same testimonial, except she's added, anyone can do this with the right training and resources. It's crazy to me how much money is being left on the table because of a lack of knowledge. So much money being left on the table, guys. All right. This next testimonial. Yes, Bethany, this was me. And one day I just stopped watching, wishing, and sitting on the sidelines, hoping I'd magically make money like this. I got your ebook teaching how to create an ebook about how to make an ebook, and I just did it. Now I'm hitting anywhere from $77 to $700 days. Yes, that's a stretch, but I'm starting and just so thankful to stop watching and start doing. Orange heart emoji. Forever grateful to you. And then her reply is literally amazing. Your page is exploding and it's only to go up from here. You must be freaking out. And then on the top, she added, she started and she's far surpassing that today. Epic. Is she though? Okay, here's a comment from the Training Inside Instagram Growth and Sales. That was amazing. And I thank you so much for doing that. I was very helpful and I am looking forward to putting a lot of what you said into practice. You answered so many of my questions in a helpful way. Okay, that was the previous testimonial. So she has 4 testimonial slides that have 2 different testimonials on them total. There's her weird numbers thing. Screenshots from different days and different sales amounts. Okay, but like, okay. Lots of PayPal from my ebook sales. Oh my God. Okay, you guys, I just realized something. This slide, lots of PayPal from my ebook sales. My question is, why do all of these numbers have a minus sign in front of them except one? Meta platforms plus 18138. So maybe she's a creator and she gets paid off of her content. And so Meta deposits things into her account. But why are these other ones minus signs? Like that means the money is coming out of your account. Like, am I I feel like I'm missing something or I'm stupid or something, like, right? Like there's minus signs under these numbers, right? Like you're seeing that too? Okay, let me go on to the next one. This is just so funny. It's just such a funny screenshot to show, like, there's one number in green with a plus next to it, and all the other numbers are in black with a minus sign. That's money coming out. Okay, let me write this down. 5,086K on 61 orders. Is it me or is this just a really weird way to write currency? I'll have to see what, payment processor or something she's using. Now we're going to watch her pinned post here. We take a brief break in Bethany content for my cat to say hi, or one of them. This is Bart. Okay, fine. You can get down. What's nice about Bart, actually, both cats are Munchkin cats. We got them from a shelter. We didn't like make them that way or anything. But he's standing on my desk right now, but his legs are short. He can't see him. So if you see my arm periodically going like this, it's just because I'm petting the cat. He really likes the warm lights when I'm recording. He like jumps on my desk and wants to be all cozy. All right, let's get back to Bethany. Okay, so this is her pinned post. And the audio that's playing that I have muted is "Don't Be Ridiculous, Andrea. Everybody wants this" from that movie with Anne Hathaway in it. Oh God, Devil Wears Prada. Can you not bite me? The audio in the background is that. Actually, before I read this, let's see. Yep, looks like she's capable of attaching a trending audio. So this trending audio is the one from The Devil Wears Prada, where Meryl Streep says, "Don't be ridiculous, Andrea. Everybody wants this." As per my previous statement about half-naked people, look, there's someone in their underwear on the very top row. So I know, Bart, it's ridiculous. Okay. So here is her pinned post. It looks like it was posted 1 week ago on February 10th. That was more than a week ago. Instagram is a hot mess right now. Okay, this is what it says on. So it's playing that "Don't be ridiculous, Andrea. Everybody wants this." And in the meantime, it's a picture of Bethany. It looks like she's on a boat or a bridge or something. It looks like there's water around her, and it says, "I'm Bethany, a 36-year-old stay-at-home mom of two. I started a nonprofit 10 years ago and published 6 books, multiple online courses, digital products, and have spoken at live events across the world. My passion is to equip other women to experience the same. More simply, though." It's like a weird way to put it, but it is. Okay. "Digital resources are the best and easiest way to make an impact slash create income. I've personally done this in multiple niches over and over again, and I want to teach you how." What I'm really curious about is the only 2 niches that I have seen her work in are Christianity and digital media kind of stuff, like the courses thing, the ebooks thing. I'm not sure what other niches I guess she's referring to here, but anyway, all right, let's look at the rest of this.
If you're not selling on Instagram because you don't want to come across as salesy, listen up, this is for you. The only way you're going to come across as salesy on your Instagram is if you're not truly passionate about your product and you really don't believe in it. People can totally catch on to the fact if you just want to make money and you really don't care about serving your audience. Here are 5 tips to help you have confidence selling on Instagram. Number 1, remember that your passion should overflow into what you are offering. So if you truly believe that this is life-changing, your passion will overflow. People will see that and they will be like, wow, she really cares. She really believes in what she's selling. Number 2, selling is serving. If your product or offer truly has something life-changing in it, something that solves a problem, something that helps people, then you are serving them by giving that to them. Number 3, selling is simply an exchange of value. Somebody is saying, I would rather give you my dollars and have what you have to offer than have the money in my pocket. And you're saying, I'd rather have the money in my pocket than this product or offer or whatever it is. So it's just an exchange of value. And number 4, way too often, people have no problem selling somebody else's products. So a great mascara, a great hair care, but when it comes to our own products, we're like, I don't want to sell it. Like, no, carry that same passion for what you've created. And number 5, remember that 95% of your audience is not ready to buy right now. So they need to hear about it multiple times and for you to constantly be sharing about it so that when they are ready, they can buy. If you are ready to learn how to create your own digital product and get going and start selling, drop the fire emoji and I'll send you my digital product creator guide. Psst, I'm running a special sale just for you. If you're not selling,
I have a lot to say about what we just watched. The one kind of tangential thing I want to mention is at first I thought her shirt wasn't buttoned correctly, but what I realized is that she's doing a French tuck, which is where you tuck in like one side of your button-up shirt, made famous by Queer Eye. I think that's what's going on there. Like, I think her shirt is buttoned correctly. I think just one side is tucked in, just in case you were wondering that. But what I want to do right now is I want to look at two accounts side by side. And to even be super fair about this, I'm not going to use my marketing company's content. I'm going to use my co-working space Instagram account versus Bethany Beals. So this is one of the co-working spaces. It's the bigger of the two in terms of like audience and in terms of customers. And it's where I'm at most of the time. That's why like I film a lot of content there. As you can see, it has 101 followers the day I'm recording this. I was stuck at 99 for a really long time. Anyway, so if we're looking at my Reels tab, you'll see that we're just going to scroll for a little bit. So, okay, lowest view so far is 51, highest is 590. Okay, now some of these Reels, as you see, have 1,400, 1,100, 1,300, okay? And then we're down to 34. So it can range. It can be a time of day thing, it can be a content thing, but on average, they have a couple hundred views each, maybe a little bit more than that if we average it all out. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to hover over these and you'll see 2 likes, no likes, 3 likes, 1 like, 4 likes, 1 like, 1 like, 1 like, 1 like, 0 likes, 1 like, 5 likes, 4 likes, 6 likes, no likes, 1 like. So most of them have 1 to 2 likes, okay? And they're getting a couple hundred views. The account has 100 followers. But as you see, it ranges. And it ranges because in some of them I'm using trending audio, in some of them I'm doing like community content. We go to local businesses and we're like, this is a place we go for lunch and stuff like that. Anyway, that is what's going on with this account. Now let's look at Bethany's account. So first off, she has 2,318 followers. So she has 2,200 more followers than the count we just looked at, okay? Now let's take a look at her views and stuff on her Reels. 78, 240, 243. Okay, so she's also getting a few hundred views. And it seems like she's kind of topping off at like 400-ish. I'll see. Okay, there's a few 408. Okay, 500 is the highest one that we've seen so far. So she's getting less views on her content, right, than I am, objectively. Now let's see about her likes and stuff. So 1 like, 4 likes, 1 like, 1 like, 3 likes, 1 like, 1 like, 2 likes, 2 likes, 3 likes, 4 likes, 2 likes. So she has a little bit more likes than I do, but I'm super curious. Hold on. Some of the stuff that she has 1 like on, she's the one who likes it. Okay? I want to go back and show you. This is one of my co-working space members, and this is one of my friends in California. Like, I'm not liking my own stuff. My friend Ed, who's a home inspector, we have Grass River Outfitters, a business in Canton that we're friends with, and we have Annie, who's one of our co-working space members. Who is this like? Oh, probably somebody who works at the restaurant or is affiliated with the restaurant. I don't like my own shit. I just post it and see who likes it because I want organic content. Could I go and like it as my other business accounts? Sure. Do I think that that's stupid and really obvious? Yes. Anyway, I'm going to look at a few more of hers just for fun here. Okay, this one has 4. Promotion Hub, Ali Star Pinto, and John Cereba Sales Coaching. Okay. Okay, 1 like. It's her. 1 like. It's her. Oh, 3 likes. Okay. We have a social media manager and Jake Weldon. Okay. 1 like. Anyone want to take any bets? Who liked it? She likes all her own stuff. No rule against liking your own content, but in general, most of us in social media don't do that. And here's the thing. as you saw, my account is way smaller than hers, right? But now algorithms are interest driven versus follower driven. And what I mean by that is if you're scrolling through Instagram Reels or TikTok or whatever, you are as likely to see a video that a couple of your friends liked or that is based on an interest that you have as you are to see a video from an account that you've expressly followed. So now what's important is engagement more so than followers. I'm in the process right now of working on a potential brand deal, my first one ever. Exciting. And the reason they reached out to me was because I have really good engagement. My audience isn't large, but like they're like, your content's good. And I'm like, yeah, that's literally what I do for a living. So let's watch some more Bethany's content. I'm glad we looked at that together. And I'm glad that the camera captured my reaction once I saw what was going on. Let's watch some more content from Bethany Beal. I'll unmute her here.
That you don't know, part 23.
Tap new story and you are going to click camera roll and then you're going to search for this specific effect. Take a picture and then I want you to go and search in your photos for the product that you want to feature. This is great for like a digital product guide, a course, something that would be on a laptop. And then we're actually going to save this image so that it doesn't move and it's all one. Re-upload it and then we are going to click on the draw feature, select a color from the background photo, middle marker, long tap, and there you go. It's going to be kind of that haze effect over it. Go ahead and click screen record on your phone. Go to draw and click the eraser button, and we're going to actually take out the covering right over the resource. And this is going to be a really cool effect in the end, kind of like a little reveal. So you're going to stop the recording, go into your camera roll after you save it, and trim it up so that it's just the part where you are erasing over the digital product or whatever it is that you're featuring. Go back into Instagram and upload this as a new story. And as you can see, it's going in the background. It's like a reveal that is continuous. So you could post this as a reel or as a story. And I'm just going to type coming soon with a date. But obviously you can fill this information with whatever is relevant to the digital product or course that you are releasing. And now you have a super cool reel or story to share with your community.
That's kind of a cute edit. I'm not going to lie. I will say that if you're just starting off, this might feel like an overwhelming edit with the amount of steps there is. With my trending videos, actually, let's just look at one. Okay, so this trend, besides the fact I wish I would have moved the trash cans, essentially how it works is you video yourself kind of over your shoulder, taking a piece of paper and crumbling it up. And then in the editing process, literally you select the clip and you click reverse. That is the amount of editing that has happened on this particular clip. And the idea is when I tried to find trends that I think somebody who's a little bit more of a beginner is going to do, I look for something that not only, is using a trending audio, but if it has an edit like this, that it's pretty simple to do with 1 or 2 clicks, not like 10. I don't mean to keep tooting my own horn, but I think sometimes it's nice to have like something to compare it to. On to the next. Ooh, shots fired, Bethany. Okay, so on the screen it says POV, you want to make an extra $500 to $5,000 per month, but you don't want to ship or join an MLM, and you just found my account. Comment grow for how to make 5+ figures on Instagram. No MLM / slimy. Hold on, it's gonna come back. / slimy stuff involved. I'm surprised the MLM people are in her comments. So I got to see. She has an audio. She made an audio of this called How to Make Money on Instagram. When you make an audio, it means that other people can use it. So it looks like 73 other people have used her audio. I have to watch the dog poop one second.
She a baddie, she know she a 10. She a baddie, she know she a 10. She a baddie, she know she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend. She a baddie, she know she a 10. She a baddie.
Okay, that's kind of a cool usage. So you can make trending audio and you're the author. And what happens is every time someone uses the audio, it attaches it to you. And the thing is that if I was going to use this audio, I would want to find the original because I bet it has more than 73 uses. And so I bet that it's being pushed out more than this particular audio. So search on Instagram on a desktop sucks, but on a phone, I would search baddie, she knows she's a 10. And then I would go to the reels column and I would see if I could find someone using the original audio so I could find the link to the original audio. That's the kind of thing I do for trying to send is if I hear an audio and I'm like, okay, like that's clearly a song, but that's not Bethany Beal's original song. I try to find the original so that, you know, people can get more views on their stuff because more people are using the original audio. So anyway, let's keep going. I love that the audio is called How to Make Money on Instagram. Because what happens, right, is like when you click on it, the original audio is associated with her account. So people could find her. That's why sometimes companies author audio content. All right, let's check out some other stuff here.
You don't know, part 22.
And tap that plus icon and click new story. Select the picture that you want to feature in this reel story, whatever you want it to be. You're going to search for Kodak film. And then I want you to go ahead and swipe to the left to Tokyo to get it black and white. And then you are going to get the O up there, all the way right font, stretch it out in the very middle, center it, because you're going to feature a picture inside of it. And then you're going to go back into your photos and grab that same image, tap it to make it a circle, squeeze it inside of that O to give it this cool popping feature. And then you're just going to go ahead and tap new post. So just type it out. I like to space it out using the font to the far right. Tap new, and then you'll go ahead and put post. And I like it in all caps, one space in between each letter, and click done. And then there you go. You have a super cool story, or you can even make it a reel to share with your community.
I'm not sure why she wouldn't put the link to the new post in here, but like, this is fine. I'm less excited about this one, but let's look at some other content here. So on the screen, it says, when making content is your second full-time job, you start filming house chores to work smarter, not harder. I don't think anyone wants to watch me do household chores. Like, I don't think anyone would find that particularly interesting. Now, if I was like, I don't know, a home organizer or a cleaner or something, and I was showing how I like did a room reset in 5 minutes, or like how I got out this really weird stain on my couch or something, like I feel like that would be interesting, but I don't want to watch some random person fold their laundry or do their dishes or whatever. There's this one guy that always tells these unhinged stories while he's doing his dishes. That's fine with me, but I'm not sure this is working smarter because I'm not sure if this is content anyone wants to see. I guess we'll see if there is any video of her folding laundry in the future, and then we'll know she used the B-roll for something, but onward.
Instagram hack that's going to blow your mind.
Go ahead and tap the plus icon, create new story, select the picture that you want to feature, click the draw button, middle marker, find the spot that you want to select the color of, long hold, and then you are going to press the right button and you're going to use the font all the way to the right, press the O, and you want to make sure that it is just the plain O.
She likes those O's. Also, her screen is dirty and it's really bugging me. It's been dirty the last couple we've watched.
Especially the faces, the area that you want to feature. And then I am going to go ahead and select that right marker, and we're going to clear out the picture so that you can see the people. How cool is that? I actually am going to save the picture as well and re-upload it just so nothing moves.
Also, her screen is damaged on the right side.
Search in the bar, and I'm just going to copy and paste this. I would recommend copying and pasting it as well because we are going to do this quite a few times. I'm going to be spelling I love you. You can say whatever message you want, but I think with Valentine's Day coming up, this could be a really sweet post that you could create. So I'm just doing this in fast motion, but there you go. Say I love you. And then for the final step, this is the coolest part. You're going to go back into your photos, long hold, copy, go back into Instagram, tap the right button, paste.
Instagram hack that's going to blow your mind.
Okay.
Go ahead and tap the plus.
I mean, it kind of blew my mind in there at the end. Like, I think it was supposed to be a 3D effect, but it looked like it was a little bit off. And then she kind of glossed over it, but that's fine. I am not the kind of person who believes in spending hours doing stuff like this. I would rather like just make content that I think is interesting or has useful stuff in it versus like trying to do all these fun edits. Listen, I'm not like not into a cute edit. I just don't think this is going to sell your courses for you. I think that if you want to sell courses, like you making narrative content, short form video, talking about what's in the course, building your authority, giving people useful advice, that kind of thing is what's really going to do it. So hold on. Yeah, look, see how the feet are a little bit off? Okay. All right, we're going to watch like 3 more and then I'm going to draw my conclusions. I was hoping for more Instagram tips, but check caption for specific examples of this steal reel idea. Okay, download the audio yourself like I just did. The first part is sad, crying, upset about a problem you're facing. I jumped off a chair into frame to create a more catching look. You can also run in or jump in, something moving to keep it visually interesting, and then insert your text. Problem: when you can't seem to lose that postpartum baby weight. Solution: you join my protocol and shed 6 pounds. This is super easy. I'd love to see you recreate it. Follow Bethy's social media and you'll never miss an idea. You can also join trendtosend.com and you don't have to dance. Hey guys, editing Nicole. I feel like a lot of these Instagram tutorial people will have like example reel and then they'll explain a lot in the caption, which I think sometimes can be confusing. And so when someone subscribes to my trending service, I just thought I'd show you an example once so that you can see what I think a good tutorial looks like for people who don't do this stuff all day. So anyway, here it is. Hey everyone, it's Nicole at Trend to Send, and we haven't done an inspirational quote or motivational audio in a while, so here's today's trend.
This part of my life is called. This part of my life is called. This part of my life is called. This part of my life is called.
Now, I know you probably weren't expecting it, potentially on a couple of levels. If you've seen this audio go by before on Instagram or TikTok or anywhere else, the last word isn't usually it's usually peace. You know, this next part of my life is about peace. And then you see all these peaceful things. So even if you haven't seen it before, though, I think it's still kind of funny. Anyway, what you can do with this trend, obviously, is show you kind of existing and, you know, the next part of your life is, and then you can show the chaos in a variety of ways, whether it's words on the screen, screenshots. You could cut to an animal going, or something similar. So for my version of the trend, basically, as a marketer, I am heading into marketing hell in the next few weeks. So that's what I'm going to make this trend about. So here's me filming that. And then here is the final edit of that trend.
This part of my life is called.
So that's today's trend. I hope you take it and make it your own. If you do, please tag us on social media so that we can help augment your reach. And if you are part of our Pro or our Plus subscribers, you can upload the clips to the link on your screen by the day and time on your screen. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next trend. Also, hang in there. And as you see, even videos on a tiny account can get a lot of views with my trends. All right.
Faceless Instagram hack I bet you don't know, part 20.
Go ahead and tap the plus icon, click new reel, and you're actually going to go to the camera and search for 715. That's a background, but it's moving. So you just hold down the play button and then the record button and record 4 seconds for a looping reel. And then you're going to go back in using the black font. And this is an amazing hook you can use. Just fill in the blank space with whatever your niche is. If I can type it out here correctly for you. So you're going to say, this hack, I bet you don't know, and make it big so it's at the top in the white space, and then part 1, and you can build on this. So whatever your niche is, you want to squeeze it down, put it at the top, and then you're going to actually tap the A button, the A icon, the right one, to make it live typing. Now you have a moving reel that you used the Instagram app to completely make a faceless reel.
Faceless.
I will say part of my thing is that I absolutely hate editing shit on my phone unless I absolutely have to. Like I was with a client on May 4th, May the 4th be with you, and they wanted to do a Star Wars little like lightsaber moment with some candles. And they obviously wanted me to post it on May 4th. So we recorded it and I edited it on my phone and they were like, wow, you're so fast at that. I felt like saying I would have been way faster at this on my computer, but anyway, I understand that sometimes you might prefer to edit from your phone, but in general, I'm old. I like a screen. I like being able to type things. I like having a mouse that I can control. I'm an old person outside and inside, I guess. So, all right. I'm enjoying myself way too much here.
Instagram hack I bet you don't know.
Go ahead and tap the plus icon, create new story, select the picture that you want to feature, click the draw button, middle marker, find the spot that you want to select the color of, long
Wait,
hold, and then
we just saw this. This is Instagram hat part 79. Wasn't this like part 22 or 24 or something? Yeah, I don't want to watch this one again. Just keep going here. Okay. You know what? I saw this the other day and this is what made me want to do this reaction. Instagram posting guide for 2025 reels, 3 to 5 per week. That might feel like a lot of videos, but if you mix in some of these trend ideas that are like 8 to 10 seconds long, it feels a little bit more doable to do 3 to 5 videos per week. Static images, 1 to 2 per week. I could agree with that. Carousels, 1 to 2 per week. I agree. Carousels seem to get great engagement. You do want to work them into your stuff. Stories, 2 to 3 per day. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I cannot give a shit about stories. Like, I post them once in a while for my clients and stuff, like if they have an event coming up or something like that, but I don't post them regularly because it is so hard to report out on them. And part of what I have to do as a marketer is every month I give a report to these people showing them like the work I did and like, you know, the results they got and all that. And if I can't show results, it really doesn't give me a lot of incentive to do them. And the fact that stories show up for a certain period of time and then I have to add them to highlights, like it's just, I find them kind of annoying. So I don't do them. DMs 10 to 15 per day. So are you sending 10 to 15 DMs per day? That about what? Like, as a business, I put out content and sometimes people will message me and be like, "Hey, do you have any co-working space memberships or how much is it to rent the conference room or something like that?" Like, and I answer them. I answer the DMs, but like sending 10 to 15, like about what? Collabs. I understand the wanting to do collaborations with other businesses. So one of the things that you saw as we were going through my co-working space content was I have a little series called Howdy Neighbor where we go to a business and we record a little video about them. And they're all within walking distance of our co-working space. So the idea is that like, oh, you're at our co-working space, want to go get lunch, go to the Indian place. Oh, like you're at our co-working space and you need to pick up a gift, stop by this candle store that's like right around this down the street. So I try to post like one of those every like 1 to 2 weeks. It takes a lot of time to film those because I have to go on site, I have to get their permission, film it, edit it. So I can't do it all the time, but I think it is nice to collaborate with other people. For example, in your business community or something like that. Collabs isn't a clear idea to me here. This could be an Instagram takeover where you each post stuff to, you know, the opposite accounts. There's a rentable kitchen. Uh, and I've been wanting to do a swap with them where like they take over our social media for a week and we take over theirs. So like then, you know, their audience sees our content and vice versa. It's mutually beneficial. So I think that's the idea with the collaboration is it's something that is, you know, community involved or mutually beneficial. I think it would be hard to do 1 to 2 a week for most people because organizing them, like I said, just us like going into the businesses and getting the permission to film and then filming something. And then, you know, sometimes they want to see it before we post it, all that. It just takes a lot of coordination. And doing 1 to 2 a week would be a lot of coordination. And then hashtags 5 to 10 per post, like that's kind of bullshit. And we know because the Instagram guy recently came online. I forget what his name is. And he is saying that hashtags like basically don't really mean anything. I'll see if I can find a source for this, but right now what I'm doing is I'm experimenting with my own content and a little bit with client content. And I'm trying not posting any hashtags or posting like 3 hashtags. And what I'll be really curious about when we run the reports is how that affects anything. If you do too many, I feel like your stuff is less visible. So I just want to see, for example, see how many she has here, 21 hashtags on this post. I think 5 to 10 hashtags is a bit much. I think what you want to do is pick hashtags that are more important and that work better for you if you're going to use them at all. You want to use, I think, other interactive features like trending audio, location tags, and other stuff to be visible. Man, she really loves this picture, doesn't she? This is the next reel that she's posting. But like we already saw how to do this, and she's gonna draw, she's gonna have the O. She really likes this couple picture for some reason. All right.
Body once told me the world is gonna roll me. He once told me the.
Okay, so again, she made her own audio with this. 2,134 people use this audio, but please appreciate that her version has like 480 views. This one has 10,000, 5,000, 4,000, 26,000. Oh, man. I kind of get it because I'm really good at managing other people's Instagram accounts. I'm less good at managing my own. Hold on. I'm trying to. Okay, 480 views. But she has an income claim here. So it's impossible to sell on Instagram. And then 3,700 digital products later, 6+ figures earned. Drop, grow to learn how. Does this feel like somebody who's deeply passionate about using social media to build a community and share knowledge?
Here we go. 1, 2, what you gonna do? 3, 4, give me some more. 5, 6, just for kicks. Got a lot going down now up in this mix.
I like how, so he's just showing how to do stuff on an iPhone. And she is just like reacting to it. She's doing like reaction style content. And I like reaction style content. That's why we're here, right? I'm making reaction style content right now. But I do like to do it in short form too. Oh my God. I just have to see what this one is. So yeah, a lot of people, when you see Michael Scott with a speaker, it's usually Everybody Dance Now is usually the song that's playing. What I love is she made this in CapCut and obviously used the green screen template. That's why you see a little bit of kind of that green glow around him. I know she made it in CapCut because she did not crop out the CapCut logo. The thing is, if you use TikTok, you can, if you upload your video to TikTok, like there will be no CapCut watermark, but you can just make the video private to you and then you can just, it'll download onto your phone without the watermark. Pro tip. Pro tip number 147. But what I like about this is, besides the fact that she didn't crop out the watermark, is she didn't like put anything interesting behind it. I guess she's using this text, which says nobody. And then me hyping myself up once I realized that posting reels is going to be my second full-time job. And she made it this her own audio and she called it Reels as a full-time job. 6,121. So, oh my God. I love, like, Bethany is like a 3-trick pony. Not a 1-trick or a 2-trick pony, but definitely 3. And she's not following anyone. Are you fucking kidding me? We are going to look at her Stan store. Here's her Stan store. I'll just say it. I don't quite get Stan stores. I understand that you can sell things on them. So like if you don't have your own e-commerce site, like this might be a quick way to get one set up. So yeah, okay. So she's got Instagram growth and sales, step-by-step strategies to grow your Instagram and make passive income with Reels. We talked about that's what she's selling earlier. It's $99 on sale. What I don't understand is how the income is passive. I write an ebook and sell it, or if you are monetizing your content. It looks like she got a payment from Meta. And I don't know about you, but I generally don't get payments from Meta. Okay, so I'm wondering if she's just using this to sell the course. Okay. But like, how do I buy it? Like, shouldn't there be like a buy now button or something? Let's try the other one. Maybe this one isn't live yet. Okay, and then she has Digital Product Creator Guide, your step-by-step guide to creating and selling your very own ebook, PDF, or digital download. I'm guessing that you should buy the one where you make the product first and then you get the growth and sales from Instagram. I'm guessing these would be companion things. This was $79, now $59. And she's wearing the exact same outfit that she was for She Works Smart. Okay, waking up, getting these notifications, digital product guide, your 45-page creator's guide will help you discover your niche. Grab yours today. Okay, so this one is for sale. So she's using Stan Store to do her sales. By the way, if you have to do a payment plan in general, unless it's something you absolutely have to buy, do a payment plan on like a car or a house or something, but don't do it on a course. And then looked like she had like a free thing. Oh yeah, niche it down. So it looks like she's reusing some of the content from She Works Smart, but she went from selling, I think She Works Smart. I think that like sort of online course ranged from like $500 to $2,000, depending on when you bought it. The other cat has showed up. This is Marco. He's like, hi. He's going to stand on my desk and you're not really going to see him except his tail. All right. That was a longer break than I meant for it to be, but there was some business stuff. There was some dog stuff. I think everyone's happy now. Let's do some math to close out this video because who doesn't love math? First, let's revisit some previous math, which is that Bethany claimed that she made $14,000 launching her online course, right? Now, here's the thing that we know because the internet knows things. We know that the private Facebook group, She Works Smart, with that her online course students are in, has 9 people in it. And I'm assuming that one of those 9 people has to be her if she's moderating it. So if we divide 8 students over $14,000, that's $1,750. That said, I think that she had the course on sale for a while for $750 and like lower amounts than that. So something about this math isn't quite mathing. Like it seems like this is a little bit too much money based on the number of students that are publicly listed. We could say that maybe some of her students just aren't on Facebook and so aren't in the group. So maybe there's like a few students who are just not in the group. So let's say that there was double the amount of students. Let's say there was 16 students. So if we took that $14,000 and divided it through 16 students, that's $875 based on some of the flash sales and stuff she was running. This is probably more of the price point that most people would have been paying, in my opinion, if they were paying at all. Again, whenever a private company, myself included, talks about making money, it's not like there's some independent body that's verifying it, right? It's not like we can see their tax returns or anything like that. So we just have to take their word for it, which is why we can take it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? That's why I'm not a big income claims person. Not just because I don't think it's ethical to promise that someone is going to even indirectly make a certain amount of money. Everyone's situation is different, all that. But I also, we can't prove it. So why? These are all just made up numbers. The new claim, which has been in multiple reels as we saw today, is that she has sold 3,700 digital products for multiple 6 figures. Now we're left obviously to interpret what multiple 6 figures means, but I'm guessing if she made $500,000, she would have said $500,000. So to me, multiple 6 figures just means something over 100,000. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this calculation for $100,000 and for $300,000. So if she generated $300,000 off of 3,700 sales, that would be about $27 per item. And if she made $300,000 for 3,700 items, that would be $81 per item. So let's take a look at what Girl Defined has for sale right now. And then we'll also look at what Bethany Beal has for sale right now and figure out what is a realistic price point in terms of the average online sale generated by them. I had ChatGPT search the internet to see what Girl Defined has. I wanted what they had historically sold. I think this is just what's for sale right now. So we have Girl Defined, the book on Amazon. I'm guessing $14.99 is the physical book. So let's check that out. Well, this is interesting. Obviously, the price of this has probably fluctuated a bit, but it looks like the Kindle version is $9.21 to buy, but the paperback is $9.69 to buy. Maybe when it came out, the price was higher, but anyway, so we're looking at $10, whether it's a digital thing or not. Then we have Love Defined Coloring Book, PDF download for $5. She is redeemed coloring book for $5, tote bag for $15, Girl Defined shop sweatshirt is $30. 170 question card relationship deck is $10. The 2020 Girl Defined conference package was $45.99. 2019, it was the same price. The 7-day Psalms devotional is $5. And the Girl Defined mentorship course is $99. So it looks like most of this stuff is like $5 to $20 for the most part. I'm asking ChatGPT about She Works Smart and what was the prices. So helping women generate passive income from home with online courses. For instance, the video on their Facebook page discussed how a modest $59 investment can enable individuals to create hundreds a month. She Works Smart maintains a presence on Pinterest. I'm curious if the website is still live, so I'm just going to go to it from their Pinterest account. It looks like she changed this to her Stan store. Just seeing if it's the same Stan store. Oh, the link is broken. That Stan store links to nothing. It looks like she hasn't changed this particular account to her new brand. I love this ChatGPT shade. For more detailed information on their offerings, including products or services, you might consider visiting their official website or contacting them directly. That's a great idea. Let's go there. And She Works Smart is not loading. It doesn't seem to exist. So again, our options are, does the average product they sell seem to be around $27? Or does the average product they sell seem to be around $81? I would say it seems to be closer to 27 than it seems to be closer to 81, just based on the price points of what they have for sale right now. And the final claim is that 5.86K has been made off of 61 orders. So to me, that's on average of $96 per order. And if we look at her Stan store, we see that one of her products is $99 and one of them is $59. So that kind of makes sense to me. So between these two things, she has sold 61 in total. That doesn't shock me. I'm not saying it's nothing, but it's not going to sustain you. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's cool you made $5,000, but like, can you do that every single month? Can you find new people to buy these two resources every single month? Can you find 61 of them? Or do you have the bandwidth to keep creating new assets to sell to those same customers who buy your stuff? Either way, like, it would be really difficult to make a full-time living on this. And I think Bethany is showing us precisely that. Now, what Bethany is going to do is she's going to say, well, I only have 2,300 followers and I made this kind of money, so it's possible for you. But we have to remember is the brand that's backing her, which is Girl Defined. So let's look at that one. As you see with Girl Defined, they have 74,500 followers. Their engagement's not bad though. I mean, 0.73%, lots of comments on posts. So remember, Bethany is one half of Girl Defined, and the Girl Defined Instagram account has 74,500 followers. So to act like none of these people have like moved over to follow Bethany on her separate platform is kind of silly. Also, I love how there is a whole masturbation tab in the highlights. Anyway, let's take a look at their Stan store because it looks like they have a new book, Made to Be She. Oh, cool. Anti-trans probably content. We love that. Remember how Jesus hated all people that were different than him and was really intolerant of other people living their lives differently? Remember how he said to judge people? Oh, do you not remember any of that? Yeah, because he didn't say that. Anyway, so it looks like they've got a book. Let me see if they have a digital version of the book because I'm kind of curious. Again, the paperback is $12. The Kindle is $11.40. Hardcover is $35.99. Okay. Well, they only have 21 ratings on Amazon. I love that for them. And they have some other digital products. A PDF about overcoming anxiety. You know how you overcome anxiety? You talk to a licensed therapist who can diagnose and treat your anxiety. Finding Freedom from Masturbation PDF, $9.99. Am I ready to start dating? $9.99. 31 Days of Praying for Your Husband, $9.99. 170 questions, $9.99. So it seems like everything they've got is around 10-ish bucks minus their new book. And scrolling down some more, how to know if he's the one PDF, $7.99. Free battling sexual temptation PDF. It's tempting, not gonna lie. Also, I had no idea the background was going to be as aggressively pink as the sweater I'm wearing today. I feel like it matches. So anyway, as you see, the math somewhat makes sense, but it makes sense if you have 75,000 followers and if you made 5 grand one time. Making this kind of money with online products in a continuous way, if you don't have a large audience, and you're, like I said, either not continuously making new products to sell to those people, or you're not continuously attracting new people to buy your existing products, is kind of impossible, right? It's one thing if this is your side income and you have a whole ministry that is paying your salary. You know what? Let's just check on that while we're here. To be fair, I'm going to look at both ProPublica and Charity Navigator just to see how different like those numbers are, if they're different at all. So here we have Girl Defined Ministries, San Antonio, Texas, tax exempt since 2017. We see their revenue, and this is for 2023, right? So we're in 2025 right now. Granted, I haven't done my 2024 taxes yet either. So, you know, I get that. Their revenue was $80,300. Their expenses were $128,000. Oh, I love that for them. Their category is youth development and youth programs. I don't know if your kids want to be like reading about masturbation or finding their husbands, but okay. Compensation, we have Bethany Beal, vice president, making $29,700. Kristen is making $31,700 because she's the president. But like, you're bragging about making $5,000 selling like ebooks or whatever, but you're making $29,000 off of your nonprofit industry. So like what thing is really generating the income, right? Okay, so 2022 we see that their expenses were 141,000, but their net income was negative $27,000. They've been losing money for a couple of years now. The fact that $81,000 has been contributed is very interesting to me. In 2022, Bethany and Kristen were both making the same amount of money, 1,931. And let's go back one more year, 2021, expenses $188,000. They lost $48,000. You know what I mean? Like if your business loses between $20 and $50,000 for 3 years in a row, like most businesses would have a difficult time surviving that. So let's see. Bethany this year was making, she was the vice president, but she was making more, $43,271. And Kristen was making $40,271. So interesting. There was like a bit of a flip there. And I think we saw that in the Girl Defined content. We definitely saw kind of more of Kristen the last couple of years, I think, in that content. All right. So checking another spot, we have Charity Navigator. It's a 501c3 tax deductible organization. It has a 76% rating, and it is weighted as follows: 100% accountability and finance. So 3 out of 4 stars. The Beacon provides an assessment of the charity's financial health, financial efficiency, sustainability, and trustworthiness, and its commitment to governance practices and policies. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out where it lost points here. Conflict of interest policy is missing. Whistleblower policy is missing. Document retention and destruction policy is missing. Tax form posted on nonprofit's website, missing. So that's where it lost points. Salary of key persons data available. And it's saying the same stuff that we saw, where Kristen and Bethany are each making $31,931. This is from their IRS documents in 2022. So we saw that ProPublica had 2023 in there, which had slightly different numbers. But yeah, what I hate about this whole thing, I dislike multiple things, but the thing that I really hate is how Bethany positions herself versus what is the actual reality, which is why her content always feels disjointed to me. So if you believe Bethany at her word, she is a stay-at-home mom and she does a little bit of Instagram on the side and she makes multiple 6 figures. And she wants you to know that you can do that too. Okay. That is the narrative. We watched a lot of her content. We can all agree on that. The actual truth is that she is making a full-time income running Girl Defined Ministries. And we could argue that, you know, $30,000, whatever, isn't a full-time income, but there's lots of people that survive on that. Maybe not well, but there's people who do. So for a lot of people, that would be considered at least a substantial part-time job. In addition to that, she is making all this content about how, you know, she has made almost $6,000 selling her PDFs, or she has sold 3,700 products, making multiple six figures. But if you look at the size of the Girl Defined platforms, just on Instagram, they have how many again? 75,000 followers just on Instagram. I know that they're, you know, probably bigger on YouTube and some other platforms. So like if you added up all of their followers, they have probably hundreds of thousands of people that look at their content. And they sold 3,700 of them something out of all those people. Like, yeah, that's possible when you have those kind of numbers. So I'm a stay-at-home mom who makes Instagram reels in six figures while mothering my children full time versus I run a nonprofit with a giant social media audience behind me that I sell digital products to. Those are two different realities. And the fact that she hasn't really come clean about that is why people give her such a hard time about it. That and liking her own content, I'm sure, after this. But anyway, that's all I got for today. That was a lot more fun than I expected it to be. Thanks for coming along on that journey with me. I have so many thoughts and opinions about how to run Instagram and other social media. And if you want some help with that, let me know. Maybe I'll make a $99 PDF about it. But in the meantime, if you have people that you want me to cover, concepts, videos you want me to look at, whatever, you can leave it as a comment on this video. Or if you're more shy, you can use the contact form of the website, technicalsupport.com/contact. That goes straight to me. If you want to like hear from me once in a while, a good way to do that is through the email newsletter, technicalsupport.com/newsletter. I moved all my content over to Beehive, which is like kind of an interesting email marketing platform I'm testing out. So let me know what you think about that. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you sticking around and supporting my small business and my small channel. And remember, these online gurus will just keep on coming. But the good news is you've got a friend, that's me, in the marketing and tech industry who is not afraid to call them on their bullshit and wear ridiculous colored clothing while doing it. Take care.